Brenda Gibson wore a stylish hat as she sorted California income tax returns in Sacramento last April. Rich Pedroncelli, Associated Press. Good morning. Want to get California Today by email? Here's the sign up. Every year, low-income Californians leave an estimated $2 billion on the table. The pot of unclaimed money is known as the Earned Income Tax Credit, and Californians have access to it twice over through programs offered by both the state and federal governments. The payments, often amounting to thousands of dollars, can make the difference between living above or below the poverty line, supporters say. Yet one recent survey found that fewer than 1 in 5 eligible Californians had ever heard of the state program. "We have a lot of work to do," said Joe Sandberg, whose group KLITC For Me was formed to spread awareness about the credit. Started in 2015, California's program has had bipartisan backing, though some critics have questioned whether the state can afford it. The payments have averaged about $520, with families getting more as much as $2,700 in the first year of the program. Estimates suggested more than 200,000 eligible Californians failed to claim the credit. That number could grow. This summer, state leaders agreed to expand the program to more workers, meaning nearly triple the number of Californians could qualify, roughly 1.7 million altogether. The toughest challenge has been to reach those workers who don't submit tax returns at all, said Alyssa Anderson, senior policy analyst with the California Budget and Policy Center. Many low-wage workers are not required to file, so they don't. That means tax services that might otherwise flag the Earned Income Tax Credit never get the chance. That's where nonprofits like KLITC For Me are trying to step in. Mr. Sandberg, the founder, was in Compton on Tuesday to announce a partnership with the city's school district. Speaking to a gathering of parents at Dickinson Elementary, he cited statistics that suggest most Californians couldn't manage a surprise expense in the hundreds of dollars, whether to deal with a broken wrist or a busted pipe. "Imagine that anxiety," he said. "It shouldn't be like that, and it doesn't have to be like that." California Online. Please note we regularly highlight articles on news sites that have limited access for non-subscribers. Tom Steyer, the billionaire Democratic philanthropist, is trying to reach 500,000 California voters in vulnerable Republican districts. Los Angeles Times. Los Angeles has issued thousands of tickets to pedestrians who entered crosswalks while the countdown signal was flashing. No more. The governor signed a bill making it legal. Streets blog. Gloria Allred spoke to reporters last year about a sexual assault case against Bill Cosby. Mark Mockler. Reuters. Gloria Allred is taking on Bill Cosby, rape law and President Trump. How she became the most famous practicing lawyer in America. The New Yorker. A fourth woman has accused the film director Roman Polanski of sexually abusing her when she was a teenager. The New York Times. In the 1960s, a wall of tamarisk trees was planted in Palm Springs to block off a black neighborhood from the white patrons of a golf course. Now a movement is growing to have them removed. Desert Sun. Students at Oakland International High School, including some recent immigrants from Central America, during soccer practice for the Soccer Without Borders program. Monica Almeida. The New York Times. Gangs provide a sense of belonging and a feeling of success and upward mobility for those who are not offered the same in mainstream society. An Oakland school offers what the gangs offer, but better. Opinion. The New York Times. Scientists from Caltech and MIT won the Nobel Prize in Physics for discovering ripples in spacetime known as gravitational waves. The New York Times. Frankly, I don't know how Yahoo got away with this. Every Yahoo account, all 3 billion of them, was affected by a 2013 hack. The New York Times. Street poles used by public utilities in Northern California. Companies like Verizon and Sprint want to install equipment on street poles at below market rates. Jim Wilson. New York Times. Wireless companies seek the privileges of a utility, but don't want to help low-income consumers get online, writes Sam Liccardo, the mayor of San Jose. Opinion. The New York Times. Arthur Yanov died at 93. The California psychotherapist developed primal scream therapy, a treatment he maintained could cure ailments from depression to asthma, not to mention bring about world peace. The New York Times. Tom Petty was an unfussy rock and roll superstar who was always more savvy than he cared to appear, writes John Caramanica. The New York Times Las Vegas Massacre. Top row, from left Sonny Melton, Susan Smith, Jordan McIldoon, Jessica Klemchuk, Rachel Parker. Middle row, from left Sandy Casey, Quinton Robbins, Lisa Romero Muniz, Adrian Murphy, Hannah Allers. Bottom row, from left Jennifer Parks, Heather Alvarado, Jack Beaton, Stacey Etcheber, Melissa Ramirez. Investigators have yet to uncover a motive in the mass shooting at a country music show in Las Vegas that left 58 victims dead. They hope to learn more from the gunman's girlfriend, Mary Lou Danley, who had been in the Philippines. On Wednesday, she arrived at Los Angeles International Airport, where she was met by the authorities. New details emerged on how Stephen C. Paddock planned the attack, and families were left to mourn. Here are more stories of those who were lost, many of them from California. And finally, Nick Coulter sailed through the air into Lake Tahoe last month. Rob Gaffney. 2 weekends ago, Lake Tahoe was the setting for some of the biggest ever rope swings into water. That's at least according to Nick Coulter, who along with a group of friends set up the swing that hurled riders more than 90 feet above the alpine lake. "I'm pretty active on the internet and I've never seen any rope swing bigger into water," Mr. Coulter, 26, said on Tuesday. "It's a monster swing." The stunt reprised the swing rigged between two cliffs at the same location in 2010. Mr. Coulter, who works construction in Lake Tahoe, said he and his friends were avid cliff jumpers, traveling as far as Oregon to leap from atop waterfalls. The swing was a twist. Video posted by the group showed them doing multiple flips as they sailed through the air, and somehow entering feet first in the lake. "Does it hurt? Not if you land right," said Mr. Coulter. "Everybody did. Check out the video here. Want to submit a photo for possible publication? You can do it here." California Today goes live at 6 a.m. Pacific Time weekdays. Tell us what you want to see. Today at NewTimes.com. The California Today columnist, Mike McFate, is a third-generation Californian, born outside Sacramento and raised in San Juan Capistrano. He lives in Los Osos. Follow him on Twitter. California Today is edited by Julie Bloom, who grew up in Los Angeles and graduated from UC Berkeley.